I have one really embarrassing secret. I like eating food that tastes good. At home, you will frequently find me hiding in a little cranny between the fridge and the wall in the dark with chocolate chip cookies that I bought with cash, hiding the wrappers in a zip-up pocket in my handbag to dispose of on the street after dark. My husband suspects it, and he would never question my right to eat anything, but I just have some kind of shame about it. Once I was out with my daughter and I got some chocolate covered pretzels from the bulk barn, and I quickly split it with her while we were still in the car, before we got home. That night, my husband joked to me after he had put her down for bedtime that my daughter had outed me for buying chocolate covered pretzels. I got really defensive. I was like, "What do you mean outed me? Are you saying I can't buy chocolate covered pretzels? Yeah, I bought them and I shared them with my child. There's none left for you because it was a small container. Whatever, next time I'm going to eat them all on purpose. I'm going to leave you any delicious food." And but secretly in my head I'm going, "Damn it, that Weasley snitch." It's just one of those things I internalized while watching my mom standing in a corner eating a tiny saucer of plain cold potatoes while we sat at the dinner table eating the feast that she had, meticulously prepared for us. I learned that good women are modest, dutiful, and don't want things. Here's another good example. I'll come over to a friend's house for dinner or a movie. They ask me if I want some water. And I automatically say, "Oh, no, don't trouble yourself, please, no. I actually just drank 60 gallons of water. I just took a bath and I drank all of the water afterwards. So no, I'm good, I promise. Just relax, go have fun." But actually, this is a lie. I did just take a bath, but I did not drink that water. And I'm actually very, very thirsty. I only said that because clearly I do not deserve my friend's hard-earned tap water. Then a few minutes later, I realized, oh my God, I am just so thirsty. I got a drink, but it's too late. I can't ask for water now because now they'll know and they'll be uncomfortable for not pouring me some when I first came in. So I gotta think about others. And I can't even get a glass for myself because they might see me. So I get up. I go to the washroom and I just drink with my hands from the sink, of course, right? Obviously, I'm not a monster. So I come out and my shirt's wet. There's water just dribbling down my chin. So I apologize for taking their water and just go home to cross a few more friends off of A part of secret eating is that even the desire for food has to be kept secret. I can't let on how passionately I'm desiring to shove that muffin in my mouth. Like last Saturday, my husband went out to eat at the North Star Diner while I took my son to the library. He usually brings home takeout if they go out, and as soon as I leave, I start to fantasize about what amazing piles of chewy, crunchy, juicy things I will secretly plow through when nobody's watching. I don't know why, but I can only enjoy food when I eat it kind of like this. So I got back from the library, and as soon as my son was out of the room, I ran to the cupboard of deception, which is where my husband and I stash the food that we pretend to disapprove of. We only sneak food out of it when the kids are not in the room. And one of my greatest fears is that my son will catch me one day and he'll know that all this time there's been a shelf full of sugar, salt, and fat in the middle of the house. So I checked in there and it's just nothing. It's just empty. I'm even madder at my husband because I have to pretend like I'm not mad because I don't care if there's this treat for me. Why would I care? I'm not mad. Ha! So I'm mad about being mad, about not showing that I'm mad, about being mad, and I'm getting so mad. So I make myself a compensatory treat of a huge handful of chocolate-covered pretzels, and my husband walks into the kitchen, and I throw the pretzels into the sink, before he can notice. And now the chocolate is dissolving into yesterday's soup, and I'm getting deeper and deeper into the miserable whirlwind of being mad that I have to be secretly mad. So I'm smashing plates at the sink, and my husband uses his incredible powers of insight to determine that I'm just a teensy bit full of rage. And he's kind of confused because he can't tell what I'm even angry about. So then I go to the fridge to check for the healthy food that I'm pretending to want to eat right now, and I see the takeout container from North Star Diner full of pancakes that my husband lovingly brought home for me. Yeah, this part is just sad. So partially because of the shame about eating delicious things, a former coworker actually once told me that the least healthy thing she's ever seen me eat is healthier than the healthiest thing she's ever eaten in her entire life. See if you can follow that. I mean, I am almost vegan. I enjoy vegetables, and I grind my fresh nut butters in a colossal mortar and pestle. I'm not trying to say I'm better than you. I'm just trying to imply it by describing my diet. But it's okay. So I have to keep, just like pretending that I don't crave delicious things. So the thing where you're really craving chocolate. Is it clearly a weakness of mine, the chocolate covered pretzels? But part of you says that you should just have the leftover stir fry rice. And so you just keep eating the cold leftover stir frying rice right out of the pot until you feel like disgusting. You just want to barf. But at one point you realize this kitchen episode is not over until you have the chocolate covered pretzels. That's what you wanted. It doesn't matter, you've already undone the shirt and the pants. And I mean, it's kind of like, imagine if you were to go to the bathroom because you need to poop. Let's say I'm going to the bathroom because I need to poop. And instead, I just start flossing. So I'm just flossing, and I can floss until I'm just bleeding all over my gums. But I wouldn't get what I came for until I took my pants down, sat down on the toilet, and got out my secret stash of chocolate-covered pretzels from behind the toilet paper stack. Yeah, I know, that sounds gross, because you guys keep yours behind the mirror in the old Tums bottle, right? Okay, also topic change. I need to do this more smoothly. I just have a line. Transition time. My husband comes from a few generations of Saskatchewan prairie farmers, and his parents still live on the farmland, a couple of hours drive from the cities. You can tell that these are farm people. They're so easygoing, straightforward, and peaceful. Like, just total opposite of my family. When I first met them, I couldn't believe these people were real, like for real, right? Do you remember? They sit together in a room without a TV on, and they talk to each other. They talk quietly and calmly, one by one. And sometimes there's even silence. Not for too long, like for about that long. The only time you'd hear silence in my family is if one of my brothers announced that they're gay. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. The TV would be on anyway. Otherwise, why would we all gather in the same room? And even then, my mom usually goes off to tidy up. My brother says he's gonna go get her, and 15 minutes later, we found out he's been playing video games in the basement. And meanwhile, I'm still there with my dad, pretending I don't hear his misogynistic commentary on whatever show we're watching. Yeah, and another thing I'm amazed by with my husband's parents is how often they will say, "Oh well," when things don't go well. This is not part of my parents' vocabulary. If something goes wrong, you must find out whose fault it is and punish them. And if you yourself are the guilty party, it's good. You just get a chance to learn from your mistakes. And what you learn is never make that fucking mistake ever again. Recently, my husband's parents were searching for the best way to add a bathroom to their basement guest bedroom. Since water is, kind of scarce on the prairies, and their well water tank wasn't going to be able to easily handle a regular toilet. So they settled on a macerating toilet. I'd never heard of these, but apparently it sucks up whatever you deposit into it, chops it up, and sends it to a special tank. It's a brilliant solution for them. I think, though, if someone invited me to use their macerating toilet, I'd pass. It's like, I don't know what is going to get macerated when I sit down on that thing. So from now on, I'm only visiting with my chamber pot.